welcome back. Day 2 of the Black Bull Corsair starter spring replacement caper. I don't even want to talk about day 1. It's traumatic to say the least. That's what I wanted not to happen. Absolute pig of a job.
Made a bloody jump.
Yeah. I need a stiff drink. There's a picture in the manual of a metal bar just pressing the spring down into this plastic pulley. That didn't happen. It took 3 blokes, a workshop full of tools and a 10-ton press basically to get that spring into that plastic holder right there. Just on that topic, I just want to say a big thank you to the team at MicroMaintenance. If they hadn't have been around with their know-how and problem-solving abilities and a 10-ton press, that spring wouldn't be where it is now. So anyway, it's in, so let's move on. Right, so I've got all the parts of the pull start laid out in front of me. I've cleaned off all the old grease, which I showed you yesterday, had gone a little bit manky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-grease it, put it back together. That's the plan. Now I've got to line up that tang there, has got to line up with that little cutout there. So this could be a little bit fiddly. Why is everything so fiddly? And why does it feel more fiddly when it's -2? Right, let's get that in there. That is looking like it's working.
Oh look, the spring's in.
The spring is in.
It looks a completely different spring now, doesn't it? Have you cleaned it?
No, I just wiped the blood off it.
Wipe the blood off it.
I just need to tie something around that so it doesn't shoot back in there. The mistake I'd made when I first put this together is you have to turn it round and sort of preload the spring.
Yeah.
Otherwise it relaxes completely and then disengages.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm going to do before I put this together is the notch here, which engages with this end of this spring, has just got a little bit chewed up, which I think is probably what happened when my old spring broke on its way out. It's just knurled up this edge, so I'm just going to take that burr off as well before I put it back together. And there we go. That feels a lot better. Smidgen of grease, I think. That looks wrong, doesn't it? Sorry, schoolboy came out again. That is properly engaged now. Now for the fun bit of getting this attached back onto this. This starter motor fits in that space there, and that's the end of the crankshaft. At the top of the crankshaft there is a little notch. In that notch goes a little woodruff key, and that woodruff key engages with that slot there. So somehow I've got to pull the engine that way to give myself enough room, get the woodruff key in there, line it up with that, and then get these 4 holes here engaging onto those 4 threads. So there might be a little bit more swearing coming in a minute. Refitting the starter unit to the back of the engine turned into another one of life's little challenges. Trying to pull the engine out of the way while simultaneously trying to line up 5 different things was a real test of my patience, which is a quality I'm not heavily blessed with. I did record a running commentary whilst I was refitting the starter, but unfortunately I had to bleep most of it out, so you'll have to make do with this montage of sped up footage. And if you're getting some sort of kick out of watching me struggle, then feel free to give that thumbs up button a click. I'd just like to say, whoever invented ratchet spanners, thank you. Right, so just encountered a problem here. I need to pull out the starter motor cord to give me enough play to get it through this pulley, through that pulley. But in order to do that, it needs to turn the motor over. Problem is, Can't turn the motor over because if I do, the prop is going to hit these struts. So what I might just do is whip the prop off. So, no mechanic job would be complete, would it, without a little bit of missing skin. I think I've finished. Engine mounts tightened up. Starter unit is back on, all tightened up. The ideal ending of this video would have been me starting the engine. But that would mean taking it outside. You've seen the weather outside, that's not happening today. So I can't start it in the hangar, obviously, for safety reasons. That'd be a bit stupid. So what I've done is the prop is off so that I can turn the engine over. The HT lead is disconnected, so there's no chance of the engine starting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the starter handle. If the engine turns over, I'm going to call that a win because it didn't do that before. So let's give it a go. Wish me luck. That engine turned over. I think we're golden. I'm calling that a win. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Right, I'm going to wrap things up here. Hope you've enjoyed laughing at my incompetence. Hopefully the next video that I'll put out will be flying, which is what I want to do. Okay, so I'll see you on the next one.